everybody, I am coming at you barefaced in this video. But if you're new here, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe down below and give me a big thumbs up if you enjoy this video. In this video we are going to be testing Obsession makeup, so that is why I am barefaced, because I want you guys to be surprised as much as I'm going to be surprised. There's literally, I'm always going to say this at the beginning of the video, there's probably an item in here that isn't Obsession, but I did try to get a full face of Obsession and I think I forgot mascara, and that's probably the only thing I did forget. So yeah, let's just get straight into this video, and the first thing I want to do is prime my eyes and give the eyeshadows a decent chance, which I'm always going to prime with the P. Louise base. So let's just get into that. And the palette that I'm going to use is the Obsession Love Is My Drug palette. This is one of my favourite palettes because it's more of like a neutral berry undertoned palette, which I really like. And I like the fact that there's a huge mirror. I always like that in a palette because I don't like dipping, trying to find a mirror, then this palette it's always a mess for me. As you can tell, I'm probably quite a clumsy person. So yeah, I am going to be using this. I'm going to start off with this shade here called Cherish in my crease, and I'm using a Jessup 228. I love these Jessup brushes, they are amazing. Today is like a YouTube day. Today is a day that I have lots and lots of videos to catch up on, and also I feel like filming a favourites video because I've had a lot of YouTube favourites this month, and especially like they're smaller YouTubers. I've got a few people that I've actually been talking to as well that are amazing YouTubers, so I thought I'd share that in a favourites video. If that's something you guys like, then please do watch that because I can't wait. And also, my videos might seem a bit weird, but I do have the whole of June basically filmed, barring maybe 4 videos, so within like the next week I'll have the whole of June filmed. But if there is anything you want to see from me, just let me know and I will just have a bonus video. I am going back to work on the 1st of June, so I'm actually happy that I've got most of June filmed and that you guys will still get 4 videos a week from me. I want to take this shade here called Flame. This shade is Calling My Name. And so far these are blending really well together. I think I've just put a little bit too much on that brush, so it's enough for both sides. This will turn it into that mauvey tone that I really enjoy. Then I want to take this shade here called Lust, which is a lovely like berry pink colour. And I'm just going to put that below those 2 colours. And Peaches and Cream's brushes are coming back in stock on Friday. For you, this video is probably going to be at the end of June, so they probably would have been back in stock. But I just want to let you know that I am so excited because their brushes are amazing. Peaches and Cream, Jessup, Nancy. I never thought, I first found Peaches and Cream when I was at IMAX, was it last year? I never thought that they would be some of my favourite brushes, because when I was there I just couldn't find any brushes that I really loved, and then I started using them and they're amazing. And I really want to darken this up and take Devotion down here, which is a nice dark brown, and really smoke this out. And already I've got fallout from smoking it out. And then for the lid, it's going to have to be this shade here called Spark, which is a lovely gold colour. It might not be a Obsession product, but it's going to be a Revolution glitter. These are so soft. The Revolution glitter I'm using is this Eye Glisten in the shade Dreamland. And I'm going to use the top shade here all over my lid. I'm going to go back in with that Lush shade and just blend out the edges of this. I must admit, I feel like I love those glitters, but they do dry out quite quickly. Good job I use them quite a lot. And if you don't put a thin layer on, then they crumble. Blend out the top edges with what's ever left over on that first brush we used. I keep thinking, I haven't got liner by Obsession, but I really want to put some liner on. Do you know what? I'm going to leave it like this. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to put liner on because that would just be a waste of a full face of one product. So I am going to take the Makeup Obsession Pore Perfecting Putty Primer. So I have used the primer by e.l.f. and as you guys will know, I wasn't too impressed with it, sadly. But I am going to try Makeup Obsession version, and it actually comes with a little spatula, which is quite neat. Oof. Comes out like ice cream. Let's see. Ooh. Let's hope I don't put too much on. At least that spatula you can clean. I've got into the habit of cleaning my brushes every week, and I hope I can stay in that habit. Oh, well, this texture's different than the e.l.f. one. This isn't as smooth, which is great because I feel like when they're too smoothing, your foundation is gonna slide around. I love when I make my face like completely red. Let's see. And it's actually a little bit tacky, which I'm very impressed with. Now, this isn't a Lizzie video if I do not get my foundation shade wrong, and I'm really hoping I did, but I had a sneak peek of this and opened this when it first came just to like open all the wrapping, and then I opened the tube and I got the Obsession Quick Stick Base Conceal and Contour in medium 04. And I'm telling you, the swatches online are bad. Like, it's going to be way too dark. But we'll try it. I never know how much to put on, so we're just going to put that amount on and hope for the best. It is blending out like it's stiff. This is definitely not full coverage. Okay, this foundation is so stiff, it is unbelievable. Like, you have to really work it in. Like, if you want to be able to move this foundation on your face, you've got to kind of like put a few layers and then work with it quite quickly. It is really, really hard to work with, so I'm probably going to give this away. Like, it's not my favourite, which is quite annoying because I swear some people, this is a product that I've heard bad and good things about, so yeah, it's just not for me. I am a fan of the Revolution Fast Base foundation, but just not this one. I might try this as contour when I'm pale, because this would probably be a good contour colour for when I'm pale. But as I'm tan, this is way too yellow. This is probably a good shade for, you know, them the fake tan. That's probably what it would be a good shade for, but it's just not for me. So I'm hoping this Mega Conceal Longwear Concealer with Caffeine will help brighten me up. And I got the shade 03. Oh yeah, it is a nice concealer to brighten with. Wow. And the doe foot is like a bendy shape. It's a weird shape. I really like the doe foot on this. I'm going to start blending now because I don't want it to not be able to blend like the foundation. So let's see how this works. It is blending out nicely. It is a bit more of a stiffer concealer than I'm used to, but you can work with it and it's got good coverage. I'm not sure, but I think it oxidizes, so I'm just going to do a little... I've put one there now. I'm going to blend out the concealer and come back to it after and put another one and see if it does, because it kind of looks like it oxidizes. I'm just going to blend this out and then get back to you with my final thoughts of this concealer. Okay, the concealer is all blended out. It's taken me a good minute or so to blend it out. Now what we're going to do is test to see if this concealer oxidizes. So there's the first swatch and there's the second one there. Slightly, but not so much. This concealer is a very nice concealer. It does take a little while to blend in, just like the foundation, but not as long as the foundation. And you get a lot, you get 13 mils, which I think is a decent amount for a concealer. Like, it does feel like you get a hefty amount in there. Let me check my Pro Base. Yeah, so with the MUA Pro Base you get 7.5 mils and this is £2.50, which is really good. And this is, I want to say, £4 or £5 for 13 mils, which is quite decent. So yeah, I do like the concealer. I do have better concealers, but I would use this. Now I've got the Game Set Matte powder. It's a baked powder by Obsession. Obviously by Obsession, I should stop saying that. Now I did think that I bought transparent, but it turns out I didn't. I bought the shade Nissy, which is fine. I just would have loved, I like transparent shades, but it's okay, I'll live. Don't feel like it's actually doing much. You really have to put a lot of this on, otherwise it's not really setting the foundation. It actually grabbed a lot of that foundation. So it's a very light powder. But if that's what you're into, then this would be great. It did grab a lot of my foundation. I don't know if you can see in the middle. It just took a lot of my foundation off. But it has changed the tone of the foundation, which is great. This actually feels like it suits me a bit more. Now, something I already had in my collection and didn't have to buy it was the Rose Shade Contour Palette. And this is what it looks like. I feel like I would be in between these two shades. So this is Respect and that is Fire. You know what, I'm going to take Respect first and see if that bronzes me up. If not, I'll take a little bit of Fire. It's quite patchy. I'm not really feeling this. It could just be patchy because my foundation was moved about. I just really feel like taking this base off. I'm just not liking it, but we'll persevere. Can you see the love in my voice? I love the eyeshadow, it's just the base is not, it's not doing it for me. I have this, you see how quick I can change my emotion. I have this So Lit palette, and it's a highlight palette, and I am gonna take, oh, this shade's screaming to me, Molten. That is the perfect tone for me. It's got like a green shift to it. It's very glittery. And from the contour palette, I'm going to take the shade Attitude because that was very glittery. And just put that on top because there's a lot of a green shift to this. And then as usual, we're going to bounce that in with my beauty blender. Then I have this makeup, I need to stop saying that. It is a Obsession Brow Goals kit for your brows, obviously. And it's in this cute little packaging, like, look at that. It's a lovely pastel blue. It comes with a mini spoolie, mini tweezers, a mini eyebrow brush, brow gel, a brow powder and a highlight. Quite decent. It's like a pink shift to it. So I'm obviously going to use the powder and the gel from this kit, and I'm going to use my own brushes. And then I'm actually going to take the little brush in here for the wax. Gives you quite a nice natural brow. Now obviously my brows are quite dark anyway. This little kit is quite cute. I actually really like it. I'm thoroughly impressed with this, and the packaging, very sturdy. It's a lovely colour. I will be using this again because look at my brows. They are amazing. I love it. Now for lips. Now I could have used Belle Jordan's eyeshadow palette, but I've already done a review. No, I haven't. I should have used it. So silly. But this is Belle Jordan's lip kit, and she has 3 lip glosses in this, which just look like this. They're very pale nude colours. I'm going to put a lip liner on first. Stick to brand, I'm going to use this Revolution lip pencil. I love this thing. When this runs out, I am going to be so upset. So you have Ever After, Ditzy and Wishes. Let's do some swatches for you. So Ever After is more of the darkest colour in this palette. Very nude colour. Then Ditzy is a very pale pink, which I probably won't use as much. It's in the centre there. I probably will use this over a colour that has a lot of pigment to it. Is this one here, and I really like that one. I think I'm going to use that on the centre. That is not a lip gloss. That is a liquid lipstick. That has dried down, like completely. It's even drying down on my hand. This isn't a lip gloss, this is a liquid lipstick. This is a very sticky formula, so I'm just going to take that very nude gloss, which I think was in Ditzy. Yep, it's in Ditzy, and just put that over the top. Right now, my lips cannot move. I'm going to take this shade here called Admire and put that in my inner corner and my brow bone. Actually, just my inner corner, because on my brow bone, I'm going to take the shade Smitten. And on my lower lash line, I'm going in with the darkest burgundy pink shade, which was Lust, and just putting that on the outer corner. Then I want to go in with Flame just on the inner corner. Guys, this is the finished look. I'm semi happy with it. I'm not as happy as I thought I'd be, but yeah, let's just get into my final thoughts on everything. And let's start off with the foundation. Not really happy with the foundation. It was very hard to move, as you could see. I literally had to like push my beauty blender into it, and it was just, it wasn't something that I really appreciated. So, but I will try it for contour when I'm pale, so give it one more chance, otherwise I'm gonna pass it along to someone. So yeah, I'm not really thumbs up for that. The primer is okay, but you can only really test the primer after it's been on your face for a few hours. Everything went on over that quite nicely, so I would say the primer is actually alright. I don't think putty primers are my favourite thing anyway. I think I do like a good, like NYX Honeydew is my ultimate favourite primer. So yeah, it is a good primer, but probably just not for me. The concealer, I really like that concealer. That concealer is really nice. It's not my favourite again, but it is a concealer I will pull out my drawer and use time and time again until it's finished. I love the fact that it's so affordable, yet it's got so much product in it. The powder, not my favourite. I really had to dig my brush into that powder to get anything, but I probably will use that up just to use it up, to be fair. I really did like this contour palette. It really worked well. It just, because my foundation was a bit patchy over here, it didn't work that great over here, but it worked lovely here and on my head and under my neck, so I did like that. But the highlighter was just a bit too glittery for me. It is a shade I would use, but because it's so glittery, it's just not a highlighter for me. But there's so many different highlighters in here that I would be sure to test this again and use a different highlighter. I think it was just that formula, but like that one's quite nice. So yeah, I will try this palette again, just not that molten shade because it's very glittery, but these are amazing. These are £10 and you get 9 shades in, and they're very sturdy. Really do like these palettes. I'm gonna say 2 of my absolute favourite products from this brand is the eyeshadow palettes, especially this one because this is right up my street with colours that I use. I love all the berry tones in here. There's a lovely array of mattes compared to shimmers in this. It's a lovely colour. I absolutely adore this palette. Again, £10, very affordable, very sturdy. I love these palettes from Obsession. And I must admit, my #1 product is the Brow Goals Brow Kit. I used to use one from Freedom back in the day, and then a Revolution one that looked like this. It was in like black packaging. But this, I absolutely love. Like, the wax really works nicely, and it gives you like a little bit more colour. This is a really nice kit for my eyebrow shade. So yeah, this is my #1 product. Lastly, lips. This isn't a formula I like, and it's so sad to say that. Like, I love liquid lipsticks from Revolution, but this formula was not that great. It was very sticky. It wasn't that movable. The lip gloss, I don't know. I do like the final result. It's just not my favourite formula, but they are lovely colours. You saw my reaction to the colours. I love the colours, it's just the formulas is not as great as they could be, and they have improved. And I know this is a very old liquid lipstick set, so it just could be that they haven't changed the formula since these came out. But yeah, I like the colours, just not the formulas. Those are my final thoughts. If you guys have any suggestions on other products from Obsessions that you think I would like, then please let me know down below and I'll be sure to try them out. And if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.